So, folks, we have to talk about what happened on Bondi Beach. As many of you know by now, two gunmen opened fire at a Hanukkah celebration in Sydney, and leaving many people injured. I believe 15 people have been killed. Bondi, I'm sorry for the mispronunciation. It's a horrific tragedy. And I have to show you guys the footage of one of the bystanders who I believe was also either injured previously to this video being captured or during the scuffle. But a bystander slash victim ran up on one of the shooters and managed to disarm him during the shooting.
Oh!
C'est un malade.
Oh non, gros! Oh!
Ouais, mais il y a son pote, il va se faire tirer dessus. Il est trop con, le mec qui a l'arme.
Le mec, il est hyper courageux. Oh!
Wesh.
Yeah. Shooters, plural. Yeah, there was a father and son who decided to attack on this holiday. Yeah, that just an absolutely stunning amount of heroism from this 43-year-old father of two named Ahmed Al Ahmed. Like, I again, just stunning heroism. And obviously, folks are weighing in all over the world. Zoran Mamdani issued a statement. The attack at a Hanukkah celebration in Sydney today was a vile act of anti-Semitic terror. I mourn those who were murdered and will be keeping their families, the Jewish community, and the Shabbat movement in my prayers. May the memories of all those killed be a blessing. While we are still waiting for all the facts to emerge, what we already know is devastating. At least 11 dead. That toll is now up to 15, including Rabbi Eli Schlanger, who held deep ties to Crown Heights. At least 29 injured, another Jewish community plunged into mourning and loss, a holiday of light so painfully reduced to a day of darkness. This attack is merely the latest, most horrifying iteration in a growing pattern of violence targeted at Jewish people across the world. Too many no longer feel safe to be themselves, to express their faith publicly, to worship in their synagogues without armed security stationed outside. What happened at Bondi is what many Jewish people fear will happen in their communities too. On Bondi Beach today, as men with long guns targeted innocents, another man ran towards the gunfire and disarmed a shooter. Tonight, as Jewish New Yorkers light menorahs and usher in a first night of Hanukkah clouded by grief, let us look to his example and confront hatred with the urgency and action it demands. When I'm mayor, I will work every day to keep Jewish New Yorkers safe on our streets, our subways, at Shul, in every moment of every day. Let this be a purpose shared by every New Yorker, and let us banish this horrific violence to the past. One thing to note is that in the aftermath of this, opportunists have been emerging out of the woodwork to try to use this tragedy for their own ends. And I can think of nothing perhaps more disgusting than this one. This is from Benjamin Netanyahu. Your call for a Palestinian state pours fuel on the anti-Semitic fire. It rewards Hamas terrorists. It emboldens those who menace Australian Jews and encourages the Jew hatred now stalking your streets. He is saying that this massacre, perpetrated by two individuals, is being done because people oppose the state of Israel committing genocide on the Palestinian people. Disgusting. Beyond contemptible. And not only that, but of course AI has been taking advantage of the situation as well. This was cited over by at The Verge. Grok is spreading misinformation about the Bondi Beach shooting. Basically, in a nutshell, guys, what a bunch of AI that has scraped the internet is saying is that the guy who disabled the attacker in that video I just showed you is not Ahmed Al Ahmed, age 43, father of two, but is in fact a white tech guy. Like this has been repeated ad nauseum to such a degree online that AI has scraped up that information and was presenting it. It might, in fact, still be presenting it as the actual fact of the matter, when that is not a fact at all. It is just repeated lies. Yeah, it's I have no words. I have no words. Yeah, let's just take a look here. In the aftermath of the attack, Ahmed has been widely praised for his heroism, but some have tried to dismiss or even deny his actions. Someone even quickly whipped up a fake news site that appears to be AI generated with an article naming a fictitious IT professional, Edward Crabtree, as the man who disarmed the attacker. This, of course, got picked up by Grok and regurgitated on X. Grok also suggested that images of Ahmed were of an Israeli being held hostage by Hamas. It claimed the video was taken at the scene was actually of Bondi Beach, Australia, during Cyclone Alfred. It's awful. And this is exactly one of the dangers presented by AI. The ability to, in the moment, get people who rely on the AI for accurate information to believe it unquestioningly. You know, like, basically it's designed to provide you just enough, like, positive reinforcement, like accurate feedback, so that you just stop questioning it and just go along with whatever it spews in your general direction. It's like I can't, again, we basically looked at Alex Jones's lies about Sandy Hook and said, hey, what if we had a robot do that instead? What if we invented a robot that could lie to us about mass shootings? And that's what we did for some reason. And it's infuriating. Infuriating. And the details of the shooting are as up to date as I can find here. There are 27 wounded, 15 dead. One of the youngest victims was a 10-year-old girl. One of the oldest victims was a survivor of the Holocaust who died shielding his wife from the bullets of the gunman. The older gunman was killed by police responding to the scene. The younger one, the son, was injured but was taken alive. But it's as far as motivations go, I mean, like, we don't have direct evidence, as far as I know, of what the motivations were. But keep in mind that this was an attack on an event, a gigantic gathering of people gathered to celebrate Hanukkah. One can say, well, maybe it was a coincidence, but that's one hell of a coincidence. It seems to be a targeted attack against members of the Jewish community. And I mean, the equivalent would be, if you are a Christian, if you heard that someone like just shot up a, like, I don't know, a Christmas tree lighting ceremony. Like, it's a pretty specific kind of event to target. Sorry, an update. 38 people are being treated in the hospital as of an hour and 41 minutes ago. I suppose people have been released from the hospital, so it's now down to 27 as of an hour ago. So, who did it? A 50-year-old father and his 20-something-year-old son. The father had a hunting license, which is how he was able to get a gun, and presumably how his son was able to get a gun as well. And yeah, this is the largest mass shooting in Australian history. It is an event that has shaken the country to its core. There is already massive calls to toughen Australia's gun laws, which my understanding is in recent years that the gun lobby has been relentless in trying to seek ways to loosen gun laws in Australia. So this is going to push back on that effort. Yeah, it's like, to put into perspective, like, even with this mass shooting, Australia's rate of gun violence is 6,000%. 6,000% lower than the rate of gun violence in the United States. Yeah, this has reversed course across basically the entire political spectrum of Australia, from some leaning towards weakening gun laws to strengthening them instead. And it wasn't a good guy with a gun who saved the day. No, it was not a good guy with a gun who saved the day. It was a good guy with 2 kids. Again, the video of that guy disarming, I just had to watch it again. The video of that guy disarming that shooter is incredible. It's wild to me. This is Australia. We've had heroes wielding shopping trolleys, indeed. I really wish that those of us here in America could one day see a country and a government that responds to gun violence the way that Australia's government has. I hope one day we can fight to get that. Because we, here in America, we're at a point where, like, massacres of school children don't even merit a discussion on the national level. Cheers and props to every single Australian who has fought for a government that is at the very least capable of responding to a massacre like this in a proactive way to prevent it from ever happening again. So I'm kind of at a loss for words, but my heart goes out to Australia. I know we have a number of members of the community who are Australian. I hope you and yours were safe. And I'm so sorry this has happened. I really don't trust it when governments act to protect their citizens at this point. There's always a catch. I mean, the catch when Australia last intervened to make it harder to get guns was that, the rate of gun violence plunged to a micro fraction of what it is in the United States. So, all that being said, I wish you the best in reforming your gun laws, and I hope that we can do the same here one day as well.
Riverboat deck is coming to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the scenes. Politics, gaming, and plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord.